Hey everybody, Daryl from Exquisite Exotics here. Holly's being our camera woman today, so she's behind the camera. Today, there's her hand. Today is the big reveal of the new reptile area, so we're not quite done, but we'll show you where we're at. A lot of it's done, a lot. So let's walk through. We want to show you what we have now, and then we'll show you what we're going to have. So this is our reptile room now. Over here we have storage in a closet. We have our one Freedom Breeder rack that we're going to be buying some more at the end of this year. We have basically humidification and storage stuff. We have a couple sea serpents racks, and I have another big order from Chris that I'm going to be picking up at the end of this month, actually, for another 8 racks from him. And then over here we have a big industrial rack where we keep our adult crested geckos. So that's basically what we have now. We also normally in this room keep a rolly cart that we use for working on. So it gets pretty tight in here. I know some people have much tighter spaces, but it gets pretty tight in here with 2 people on a rolly cart and trying to work on all the animals at one time. So this is what we have now. We'll go look downstairs. A couple things. We still have a lot of mudding to do on the walls and then painting to do. So you're going to see a lot of unfinished wall work, but we'll walk you through what we have. All right, everybody? Let's go down there now. Alright, fair warning, there's a ton of echo in this room. I'm sorry that it comes through on the camera real bad. So here it is. Here's our new space. It's pretty much like the old space, but different. No, I'm just kidding, just kidding. This is not all of our new space. This is one room of our new space. So let's go take a look at all of it. Alright, and here's a whole another big room that we have. And if we continue on, another whole room of space with doors where we get outside. So we have upgraded our area hugely. On top of the upgrades to the area, talk about some of the other cool stuff. So you'll notice there's a whole bunch of outlets at mid-wall height. The nice thing about the outlets being at mid-walls, it's easier to run thermostat down to the outlet. Also, what's really nice is every 2 outlets are on their own 20 amp breaker. So we never have to worry about blowing any breakers from having too much power from racks running on one circuit. So every 2 outlets, so like these 2 outlets, 1 breaker. These next 2 outlets, 120 amp breakers, so plenty of power running down here. Next cool feature we have are our light timers. So the lights in every room are set up on timers, so we can set our day-night cycles for every room, for every animal. Okay. On top of that, we also have in the ceiling here an emergency backup electrical heat system. So if for some reason our other heating and cooling system goes out, we have that as a backup. And then lastly, which is another big part of this, is you'll see we have these mini split systems. And it's not just this one. So we have a mini split system in this room, and then we also have a mini split system in our other room, and a mini split system in the room we started in. So what that allows us is, if we divide up all 3 rooms with either doors, which we already have doors on the one room, but in between these 2 rooms we can put a divider. This allows us to control temperature with 3 different temperature zones in 3 different rooms. So if we have animals that require different temperatures because just requirements for those animals, we can set up one room for one temperature zone, one room for another temperature zone, and another room for another temperature zone. So kind of in short, we got timers on lights for day-night cycles, 3 different climate-controlled temperature rooms, and outlets with tons of breakers so that we don't ever blow a breaker. So I think, as you guys saw, we have a ton of work still to do as far as mudding and paint. The contractors aren't going to be doing that. We're doing that ourselves to try to keep the project within budget. I think other than that, it covers just about everything we've done down here. This was a mostly unfinished space. It was like partially finished. There was a little drywall up. You can kind of tell in some of the rooms where there's paint. But most of it down here was unfinished. The ceilings weren't done. There was walls not built, so
There was no lighting.
there was no lighting down here at all. Yeah, no heating, no AC, no. I mean, there were outlets, but they were sporadic and not wired very well. So it's all done. Mostly, we have final inspections to do still. The contractor has a little bit of cleanup work on some small stuff, but other than that, we are ready to start working on our part of the space with the mudding and painting. And hopefully in a month or two, we should be down here operating, which is super exciting because this has taken a long time. We looked for contractors for months and months and months. So, and then it took the project's taken about a month. So. All right, that's all I got. Holly behind the camera, you got anything?
No, nothing right now that I can think of. It was definitely a long journey, and there was still a lot of hiccups, no matter what stage it was in. But I feel like this, I feel like in a way this makes us look like we spent like so much money on this, and it really wasn't that expensive of a project. I mean, obviously, it's contract work. It was decent priced, but I feel like it was a great investment to actually expand, because as you saw in that room, as far as rack space, there's no more room for racks in there, and we keep getting geckos, and the snakes are about to hatch, and we're about to buy more animals at Tinley, and it's a matter of giving them good homes. So this helps expand on not just quantity of animals, but other things and projects we want to branch into. So.
And it allows us to use that upstairs room that you guys saw, the first room, as a quarantine area for new animals when we bring them in, which will be completely separate from the rest of the collection. Now, quarantining is a little more difficult for us for where we put animals to keep them away from the rest of the collection. So this gives us a nice, dedicated quarantine area of the house away from the rest of the collection.
And a legit office again.
And we become
because that was a spare bedroom office. So.
All right, I think that's it. Got tons of stuff to work on this still to do, but we are getting there, and we wanted to show you guys because we were excited to see it mostly finished. So that's all, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, notification bell, all that YouTube stuff. We're getting now that the project's done, we should be getting back to our once a week content that we try to put out. I think I already have our next content for 2 weeks from now. FYI, it's an unboxing sneak peek. So. That's it, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.